Good afternoon everyone and welcome back to Bloodborne on the PS4. As usual, my name is Mike, otherwise known as the Gadget Addict, and you join me for another post-commentary boss fight. And this time it is Mikolash, host of the Nightmare. Now this mental bastard is someone you meet in the Nightmare of Mensis. He's in Murgo's loft on the way up to the middle point lamp. And as you can see, he's got a Mensis cage around his head. He's completely fucking batshit crazy, but he's quite important from a lore perspective. Now, Mensis himself talks a lot about the dream, and you'll see that in the dialogue that keeps sprouting throughout. But the main thing to take into this fight, there are two sections to it. First section is in this little area, and he summons these mannequins or minions or puppets or whatever they are. But when he runs into this room, he starts spamming that, which is I think it's Augur of Abritus. Or Abrietus, or however you pronounce that. But either way, it's a magic attack that he just spams it, and as you can see, you can dodge under it there. Now, when he's in this room, the actual dangerous enemies aren't him, because he's not too bad himself. It is these two skeletons, minion things. So you want to get out your Tonitrus, or your most powerful weapon, and just combo them to death, and go down a couple of hits. Of course, he spams that magic attack at you. It's also worth bearing in mind, if these guys hit hard, I mean they can three-shot me. Because you'll see later on I take two hits off one and almost die. But if you take a hit from them and you try and attack them back, they don't operate any regain. So you can only get regain from Mikolash himself. Now when he's in this room, you basically just want to beat 7 bells out of him. He'll probably get stuck up against a wall like that, so you just want to dodge the magic attack, get in there like this, and just whack him. More stamina you've got the better here, because this fight really helped with combos. I kept misjudging the range of the magic attack there, so for the next couple of times he's probably going to clip us with it. He's weak against fire, he's weak against bolt, and you can see the Tonitrus is just wrecking his shit here. There you go again, misjudging the end of it. The skeletons will come back alive at some point soon as well. I've kind of made a muck of this one. This isn't me playing at my best. If you saw my previous video, you'll have seen me fighting him much better, even though I didn't actually beat him. But if you've got the Tonitrus, or you've got like a heavy-handed weapon, or you've got a weapon that can stagger him, this first section should be a breeze. I decided to use the gun, see what kind of damage I would do. But to be fair, I'm using the blunderbuss, so it's got a wide spread, so yeah. Yep, just trying to keep back off there, and then I think one more combo and he should be down. Because when no. So this is where the skeletons come back. You almost get hit by one there. So we want to deal with this one as quickly as possible. Like I say, they are the dangerous enemy here, not Mikolash himself. Fortunately, they don't like electricity. So just whack him there. Right, okay, we're at the halfway point, so he'll disappear, and then he'll spout some more garbage. Something about... oh yeah, oh majestic, a hunter is a hunter, even in a dream, even in a dream. And he'll bugger off to the next section. So we can now run up this way. Now, you got to go up the stairs, and you got to be careful here, because there are two of the attendants, which are what these things called. This one has a whip that can inflict rapid poison rather than slow poison, which is why somewhere in my inventory I've always got antidotes on here. And then there is another one up here with a crossbow that can also inflict poison. You just want to be careful, you just want to get up there, dodge the bolt, and just whack the shit out of them. Groovy. Now this is where we get to the frustrating part of the fight, because we need Mikolash to run into a room. And it is a specific room. And he doesn't fucking do it for us. So you see, he appears there, he'll run to the top of the stairs, and he'll run into this room, and he'll hop through a mirror, which means he appears somewhere else. All the while summoning more of these regenerating minion things. Now we want him to get to this landing here, and go to my right, into this room. When he does that, then he's ready to go into the room where we'll actually fight him. Doesn't work out that way in this way, and there's going to be a few minutes of me kind of running up and down while he taunts us. So as you once did for the vacuous rob. Now he's not talking to me. Grant us eyes, grant us eyes. He's talking to the great ones. He's wanting to ascend to be a god, or a god of this world, or a great one. And he's I believe he's kind of using the basis of the amygdala, because if you think the amygdalas have huge amounts of eyes, But then you also get the Mother Brain, which is a massive brain, which we'll find further in this level, which has hundreds of eyes. And then there are the Brain Trust enemies, which also have a number of eyes on them. Or I think they're actually called... And then there's the... what's it, the ones in Bergenworth? Those flying things. I think they're actually called a Garden of Eyes, if I remember rightly. But either way, yeah, so he's clamouring out to the Great Ones to ascend him to become a god. Oh yeah, there you go. If you whack him while he's running, he'll disappear and reappear somewhere else. I was kind of hoping that he would have reappeared in the area where he needs to go. But now he just skips forward a bit and runs back through the mirror. Now at this point I was starting to curse him. Because I was getting very annoyed at this point, because it's basically a case of me running up and down the stairs, and you can't, there isn't really much you can do here. I mean, you can clip him like I did there, but it does what, maybe 100 damage with the Tonitrus, because you have to stop to charge it, and your charge only lasts 7 seconds, so you're not really going to do any damage. So there you go, he runs back through the mirror there. A couple of items down here, which well, one's a frenzied cold blood, I believe, and the other is I think an old iron key or something like that. Either way, we'll get both of them later. Because once you've killed Mikolash, you've got this whole area to explore, and there are loads of items here. I've already picked up about half of them by this point. But once you've killed them, these skeleton efforts don't come back. See what I mean there? Take a huge amount of damage, and I think we're going to get to the point where one of them almost kills me. I was starting to get a bit worried actually, because I was down to I'm down to 6 blood vials. Can't be having that. But trust me, when we actually get into the main part of the fight, you'll realise why I said we've got to have a lot of stamina. Yeah, I think I bugger it up here and I get hit by this guy. So I try to do that and I miss him. And there, one hit, 2 hit. Look at that. Look how much health he's taken off me with 2 hits. That's just fucking obscene. That's another 2 blood vials down to 4 left. We're getting close to the point where I actually managed to get him into his boss room. Fortunately. So, yeah, I was trying to whack him there. And failed. So we're going to get, I think I get the cold blood now, yep. Kin cold blood, not a frenzied cold blood, so it's the high ones, the like 8,000 blood echoes that you get for it. Right, so he's running up here, and this is the point where I believe he's going to come into the boss room area. So see, yep, there he goes left. I was so happy at this point. So he's going to drop down here, and if we drop down, try to do a plunging attack. Right, he'll run into there and he'll lock the door behind him. Mint. Okay, so now what we have to do to get to him is to run up to the very top of the level. To the room where the mirror is. And this is where I tried to use another tactic here, because I'd faced him a couple of times and gotten to this point a couple of times and I died. Because he's got some wicked ass area of effect attack, which just, it's impossible for me to defend against because I've got no arcane defense. So up here, I'd kind of got a hint off someone on Instagram when I was complaining about him that you could poison him using poison arrows, poison knives. No, you fucking can't. So I tried it from a couple of angles. I only had enough blood echoes at the point where I went back to the Hunter's Dream to buy them to get 6. So this was just a test, just to see if there was a way to hit him. So these times I was hitting the banister. Now I do actually hit him once, but it's not enough to poison him because then he moves. So if you watch it, I get him targeted, and there, hit him once, and then he runs away. So that's a non-starter, that one. So instead, I mull over it for a second here, and then we're going to actually just go in and fight him in a good, honest fight. In a second. Come on, Micah, what are you doing? Right, so blood beast pellet to increase my attack. Drop down and he starts meleeing us immediately, so then you want to get in with a big combo. I shot him there. I probably could have parried him there, but it was just a case of so I could heal. And this is the point where you want as much stamina as possible, because you've got to stay up close to him and you've got to stagger him. Now the Tonitrus doesn't stagger, and neither does the Sword Spear that I've got. So it was a case of just getting close and just keep whacking him until either he dies or I die. Because if I got too far away from him, he'd fire off the area of effect attack. And like I said, I can't defend against that. But there we go, Mikolash is down. Finally. Oh, so happy. And then, now I'm waking up, I'll forget everything. So that's another interesting lore aspect there, because it's implying that you can be alive in the real world and you can be alive in the dream, but then you can also die independently of that. So you can die in the real world and still exist in the dream or the nightmare, or you can die in the nightmare and wake up. Now, trust me, if that doesn't make any sense to you, don't worry. Once I've actually finished the game, I'm going to do a whole lore video and explain what the story is and how everything fits together. Because I'm very aware, and Emma keeps complaining about this, that there is no story. There is a story, you just have to know where to look for it. There's plenty of story. So watch this cutscene where the bridge raises from where we came into the level to the top here. And this is where the lamp is. Well, the lamp will appear in a second. But we can now exit this area. And we also got the Mensis cage for our troubles. For killing the mad bastard. God almighty, he's such an annoying boss to fight. Because in true honesty, he's not actually that hard to kill. The problem is, it's killing him. Because he's so fucking awkward and so annoying, and he just runs away from you constantly. I looked out at the very first section of the fight because he went straight into his room, and that was great because then I could just get in there and start wailing on him. But this bit, just running up and down the stairs constantly, it was just a fucking nightmare. So as you can see, the skeletons aren't getting back up anymore. Iron door key, that's what it was. And there's obviously kin cold blood over there. There's some bloodstone chunks in this area as well. There's probably some stuff in the lower area, but I went up to the lamp at this point because I just wanted to get back to the dream, because obviously, as you can see, I only had one blood vial left, and I don't want to go exploring where there might be enemies while I only have one blood vial, because that's just a recipe for a death. At the very least, I wanted to get the lamp. I did check in here. There was an item in here. I think it might have been another kin cold blood or a frenzied cold blood. Can't remember off the top of my head. But anyway, yeah, so we come across here. No more items in here, and then you just run across the bridge, and there's the lamp. So, if you enjoyed this, please do make sure you leave a like and subscribe. This has been Mikolash. Now, we only have 4 bosses left in the game. Or 3 bosses, in fact. And 2 optional ones that I haven't done, but I might not do them. But thank you for watching, and good night.